Hi guys, hope you're all doing okay. I thought while I was standing here doing this I would come on and share with you guys. I'm doing me Kallax box for me Ikea unit. This is the second one I'm making, so I thought I would take you through my crazy process of what I'm actually doing. I have started, so yeah, I will show you basically what it is. Chipboard, grey board, whatever you want to use. This particular one, I think, bear with me, let me see, I think it's a, yeah, this particular one is 2mm thick. Okay, A4 size. Okay, so this is the bottom. Basically, this is the width that we're going to need. If anyone's interested, this is. So you're going to need your A4 size on there. Okay, now this doesn't go all the way back into the unit. So if you wanted that, then you would have to add, obviously, like extra pieces on there, but this is deep enough for me and deep enough for what I want. And the actual Ikea Kallax unit comes back to roughly about here, so it's only another, what, 3 inches. So if you wanted to cut another strip off and put it across there, then that's down to you. So I've gone with, just for ease, okay, A4 sheet that side. Okay, and then for the width, not even measured this, it is exactly 4.5 inches. Okay, and then A3 size, A4 size that way, and then your extra bits are 4.5 inches. Okay, and then all I've done was stuck that down to there, stuck your 4.5 inches on that side, pushed it right up flush to there, and then I put on the top another strip of black card just to hold it in place, and that's not moving anywhere. Okay, do your corners like you would do if you was doing an album. All I've done for this was the width of my ruler, laid it on there, took the edges off with a knife. Okay, took the corners off like you would do if you was making a album or whatever. Bend corners up a little bit, let's move back a bit, bend corners up a little bit, and then taking your bone folder, push down on your card and then push that against the edges there, so that makes it really nice and square and flush on there, as you can see. Okay, so that's my bottom bit done. Method in this madness. Okay, right, this box I'm making this time is going to have a divider in it, so we will go through the crazy process of doing that. So, but what I want to do is the front and the back is actually going to sit on top of this card. Okay, just on the top edge there, which means both of your sides and your divider in the middle has got to be cut down by 4mm. Okay, so we'll move that to one side for a second. I'm going to take my 2 sides and I'm going to use pencil. I am going to take 4mm off of there, measure this end as well, off of there. Okay, so that's that one. Now, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? It would help if I was using the right side of the ruler, wouldn't it? And that is literally, so I know on that one I've just got to cut just on this side of that line. So if I do that one now so I don't forget. This thick grey board, it does take a while to get through, so it does help if you have a new blade in your knife, or you have a proper Stanley knife, might help. This is all I've got to hand here at the moment without going out in the cold, and it has got a new blade in it anyway, so this is the one I got on the Temu haul the other day. So it has got a nice sharp blade in. That one. And then one left, we have to do a divider. As you can see, these were from two different companies, so it is slightly different colour, but it doesn't matter. And it wasn't as thick either, so I had to stick two pieces together. But never mind, we will survive. It's not going to the Queen, it's for my craft room. And if I'm happy with it, that's all that matters. There we go, so it's your 3 pieces off of there. So they will, oh, where's my bin? Oh my God. Call my back today, guys. Right, so that's them. That's the 2 sides and the divider cut down 2 sides, okay? Then we have our back, which is going to be like this, okay? So A4 size obviously is not going to cut it, so we have A3 size black card. It's not anything fancy. Buy it in big packets from Hobbycraft. 210 grams. Really nice quality card. I use it for everything, and these packets are cheap. So a lot cheaper than what you would buy them somewhere else. So again, just making sure that I leave enough room on one side. I'm going to line that up there very quickly and just draw a straight line down there so I know where I'm going. Just using me fast tack glue. For some reason this glue, I don't understand what the difference is between, bought it in exactly the same place, it's got a different top on it. This one is like the normal glue that I use every day. This one is like jelly. But it's really good for doing this sort of thing. I will show you. Yeah. See? It's like jelly. But really good for making me other box that I made for it, if you didn't see that in the other video. So put it on the right way, don't I? This again is not going to be big enough. What am I doing? I need to put two pieces together. So very quickly, before that glue dries, let's put, that's better, I'll do it that way. So I'm just going to run a strip of double-sided tape on the edges there, like so. Where's my bone folder gone? There. Line this up across here. You can use the edge of the tape line to see where you're going straight, like so. Right, start again. It's because I'm talking, see, I'm not concentrating what I'm doing. Put a bit more glue on that, make sure it's not going anywhere. Like that. About there. Like so. Just use your bone folder to spread the glue out underneath. And that one's going to go on the side there. Make sure that's lined up nicely with them. If you're not too sure about lining it up just by eye, you can always put your ruler against the edge of it. Do that, just make sure it's pushed up against that one, nice and flush, and then it's straight with that one. If it's not straight, your papers are not going to curl up the side of it properly, like so. And then again, using my knife, I'm going to put that on there a bit better. Cut this off along the sides. Save these pieces because they will do them bits. Now my ruler's getting stuck to the glue that's seeping out the side of the card. Like that. Right, so handy to have a baby wipe to hand when you're doing this, because it gets very sticky. All your tools get sticky. There's glue coming out everywhere, but make sure you put plenty of glue on. Doesn't matter, it seeps out on this side. Then I'm going to take a strip of this that we just cut off the edge. I'm going to mark it just slightly shorter, okay? You want about 1/16 of an inch shorter when you're putting these bits on the top, because you don't want it to interfere with your paper folding over. Okay, so that off there. What bit was it? Not that bit, was that bit. Okay. Oh, come on. Doesn't actually take that long really to put these together. And as I said, you can customise them then, can't you, to exactly how you want them. Okay, alright, then using a piece of your chipboard, I just have a little cut off piece here. I'm going to use it just as a guide on the corners, just so I know that I don't cut up into that corner too far. Like so. And then using scissors, I'm going to go up to that corner there and then cut it off. Don't cut it off straight across the corner, angle it a bit, because otherwise you're going to end up with bits of chipboard showing everywhere. Up to that corner and then cut it off. That corner off. Okay, just like you would do if you was doing your albums. And then just ease the edge up a little bit, run your ruler along it. Same with all your sides, just ease your card up a little bit. Always start in the middle when you're doing this. Okay, and make sure you've got your hand flat on the piece that you're doing. Push down on it, and then you'll always get a really nice, clean, square edge. Okay, guys, so that's the back done, ready to play with. Then we need to do the front. More card. Can I get that on there? No. No, no, no. So again, I need another piece. It's that piece there, make that long enough for them. But I don't want a join. It's got to be sort of in the middle. You don't want to join right on the edge of a piece of card, okay, when you're joining pieces together. And that piece there will be fine. So I'm just going to cut that off there. I can use that bit. Another strip of paper down there. That just saves wastage then, doesn't it? You end up with great big bits of card everywhere. And that up there. Line that up on there. Right, so and then start with, see where that comes to. I'll start with this bit first, and I can stick it with the seam halfway across the back of my piece of card. Yeah. So how are you guys all doing anyway? Who's had the snow? We had a little bit of it. It was here for like a couple of days and it's virtually all gone now. It's only like the cold shaded bits where we've still got a little bit of snow left, like on the grass under the bushes. And but it's actually warmed up again today. We have had like -2, -3, and today it's supposed to be 16. So it's gone from one extreme to the next at the moment. So right. Again, I'm just gonna cut the edges off. Right, so actually we're going to use a little piece to go on here. So I'm going to cut that off about there. Actually, let's use that bit because then it's not as wide as cutting up that bit, is it? Like that. I'll just cut that off with my scissors. That's better. It's a bit easier. Get that stuck on there before I start moving this about and cutting it. Just so it's a bit of a reinforcement on the joins. And all of this will be covered anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Right, so that got pushed down, so that gets into that join. Wipe my mess off. Alright, and then I can continue. Oh, that's very loose. Oh, move that out of the way. That's my album I'm making. Well, it's in the way on my desk. Oh, come on, what's going on here? Oh, now my blade wants to go over there somewhere. It's going to be one of them days, guys, I think. You get them days, I get plenty of them. I don't know if it's menopause. It just seems everything keeps going wrong, and I've noticed something with the old menopause though, guys. You don't you have a bit more of a short fuse, that's for sure. I think everybody knows to stay well out your way when you're not in a mood. So that's that bit. Again, I'm just gonna use my little guide bit there, just so I know I've got my 2mm gap on my corners. Like so. Scissors again. That's the front done. Now we have the two sides. It's not right. With these ones, I know I can line that up with that edge there, and then I'm not wasting all that paper on. If you cut all your chipboard, grey board, whatever you want to use, and stick it all on, cover it with your black card, only one side, but I strongly suggest you put side on it, or whatever you're putting on it, side, front, back, and leave it where you can see it. Down to there, and then I haven't got to cut all that off as well. Alright, so yeah, if you do it all one side like you would do it with your albums, Do your edges, your corners, etc. And then afterwards we will go through what pieces you need to bend right over and tuck in, and what pieces you need to cut off, and etc. I kind of work that one out as I'm going along. So this is, I suppose this is the worst bit, the lengthier bit, which is actually covering it. So, but unless you want just a plain box, then entirely up to you. But I'm covering mine black because I have just redone all my cabinets in my craft room, and they are all navy blue. Everything now in the craft room. I will give you a tour of it once it's done. I've got a couple of shelves and things to put up, guys, but we're nearly there, nearly done. And I would like to set my camera up here so it's above my desk. Another piece. Oh, 2 seconds, guys, 2 seconds. Alright, next one. Along now. These projects are all well and good, but you will use a lot of chipboard, you will use a lot of your black card, and you will use a lot of glue. So just bear that in mind, guys. But I wanted to make these because I collect a lot of paper. That wasn't on there very straight, was it? Never mind. I collect a lot of paper from doing journals and things, and I want places to store all the leftovers. So the next time I come around to using that paper, I can get all the cut parts and things out that I've not yet used and go through them, etc. Because I think a lot of you ladies are like me, we don't like to throw them all away when we know that we can use them again. And if we like using the same line of paper and stuff, and you've got a lot of leftovers, and now you can have somewhere to store them all. Right, again, corners. This is a very long, drawn out process. This is why I didn't really want to do this video, because I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, oh my god, how long is this going to take? Other side done. So now we just have one left, our divider. Now, the divider obviously is going to be covered a little bit differently, simply because you're going to need to cover both sides of it, but we will come to that when we get there. Okay, put that on there. Let's move that up to yeah. Yuck. Yuck. Oh, I have to open this window a bit, I think, guys. Oh, it's getting a bit warm. Gone from last night of sitting in the living room under blankets with a heater on and the heating on. It was so cold here. And then today is like the temperature's just shot through the roof. Move, ruler. Yuck. Corners again, guys. It gets a bit repetitive, doesn't it, this process? But this is what we are doing. The actual building of the box is a bit awkward because you have to try and get everything straight and hold it in place at the same time. I'll put a knife away now. but I think it's worth it anyway. As I said, it is a very long process, but once you know kind of what you're doing, you've got all your bits cut out, and you know you've just got to cut everything and then cover it, stick it all together. Oh, right, that's me for a sec. Now, what I'm actually going to do, now this divider is obviously going to go in the box like so, okay, but you're going to need these bits, and they're going to be wanting to fold the opposite direction, which I won't do just yet. I'm going to wait till it dries. Now the top you're going to want to pull over and stick down, because you need to, you're going to attach other strips on this side and across the bottom as well, but you want the top bit covered, and this obviously. So I'm just thinking the best way to, I think the best thing to do would be to cover that. No, we will put some strips on first, I think. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is get a strip, a fair size. Don't even know how wide this is, just make sure it's wide enough that you can put half on the board and you can use the other half to stick inside your box. This is like 2 1/8, 2 inches and an eighth. So I'm going to cut that. I'm going to leave the tiny little line either side, like so. I'll cut that off across there. And I want another one of them, so just take another strip. Just use your spare strips that you've got, guys. Don't, you know, that one's a little bit wider than that, but it doesn't matter. Again, I'll put that on there. Mark that there. Cut that off. Now, I can't use this bit because that was one of the pieces that I joined, so yeah, another piece, and that edge should be long enough. I'll use that to do the bottom bit. See, I've not made this box before, so you're kind of you're winging it with me, guys. You're seeing my thought process and just basically how I create stuff, work it out in my head, do it as I go along. Right, then I'm going to fold all these strips in half. You can score these if you like. If it makes it easier for you, I'm just folding mine. It doesn't matter what size they are. If you want to cut just like a 2-inch strip and then score it at 1 inch, it's entirely up to you guys. But this is how I'm going to work. Right, I am going to cut a teeny tiny little sliver off the end at an angle, just so it doesn't interfere with anything else that gets stuck down. And when I say a teeny tiny, I mean like a 1/16 of an inch off the ends at an angle. Okay, that's literally what I've cut off, like a 1/16 of an inch off of there. Wait. Alright, so then we're going to need to stick these on here, right against that edge. What I might actually do first, guys, before we do that, thinking about it, because I'm going to need to put a line, put these to one side for a second. It might be easier to put them on after, because if that's folded back the other way like that, I'm going to need to put a line so I can see inside the box where it's going to go. Alright, so that's the divider. Put that to one side for a moment. Sides up there. We're going to want the bottom of our box. We are going to want the back of our box. Okay. So, as I said, we do this as we go along. Why is that wider than that? What have I done wrong here? I've measured that wrong, haven't I? That back piece is wrong. It's too wide for some reason. And I bet I've done the front exactly the same, haven't I? Yeah, I have. Right, not a major problem. We can fix that. We can fix it, guys, because this is already coated. So what we're gonna do is line that up on there like that. Make sure that edge is right against there. See, now you can witness my cock-ups as well. I'm going to put the ruler on there, on the bottom of there, and on there. And I'm going to draw a line across there. That's where it should be. And I need to do the same with the front piece. Line that up with that edge there. Make sure it's straight. Yeah. And there. And that needs to come off across there. So let's fix our mess ups first. Right, blades. The only thing with these, they keep coming loose, so we don't need that bit. And So me saying that these pieces are 4.5 inches, they're not. So ignore that. There we go. And I need that bit. So now we have a front and a back that measures the same size. Yep. Let's just make sure that's going to sit on there and it's the same size. It is. Right, okay. So instead of having this bit on here now, all I'm going to do is cut that off at a slight angle, leave a tiny little bit on the end, like that. And then the piece that comes up the side, we can use that one to flap around and stick on instead. Okay. So right, let's get some of this out of the way. We need that. We might need scissors, put them back up there. We don't need that. I don't think we need that. Right, let's get some of this card out of the way. That can go down there for now. Right, so, oh, my hands are all sticky, guys, all stuck together, and look, black from the card and the glue. So, what we're going to do now, good morning, well, nearly, good morning. Nice laying. So what we want is to cut one of these edges off because it's going to sit on here, okay? So I'm going to just cut against your card, take that tab off there, or you can use your ruler and your knife and run it along the edge there if you wish to. Right, I'm just going to cut mine off like so. Okay. Alright? Yeah? What are you making tea? One round of coffee, please. Right then, so this is going to go onto the back here. Okay, turn it around to show you guys. This is going to go onto here. It's going to sit on top of this grey board. Okay, and then we are going to glue this, tape it, whatever you need to do, and then that is going to come up there and hold that onto there. Okay, so you'll want to make sure you've got that pushed nice and flush against that piece of board and that you've got a bit of a give in it, because you're going to need to stick that against there.
Sorry, I don't know if the kettle is going to interrupt your video.
That's alright, no worries.
How many sugars do you have?
I'm sure us ladies are used to it. Can I have one brown sugar in my coffee, please? Can I have me?
That's going to be really loud. I was just going to do
Just
you
pull that door to for a minute.
I was just going to do you a normal one.
I'll just make me a cup of tea then. I'll have tea then instead of coffee. Thank you.
I need you having that as well.
Huh? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick a piece of tape along here. And just to help it, the rest of it will be glued. Now before I do that, actually what I'm going to do, I think, is wrap that over the top there. So just move that to one side. Set this back piece that's going to be stuck on like this. I'm going to wrap the top of this first, okay? So let's stick that on there actually. So I'm going to take that off. And now, good. Start from the middle, pull your middle down first, and then work out to the edges. Right, so run your bone folder along that edge so you know it's nice and square and flush. And just make sure you push right into them corners on there, like so, and wipe off any excess sticky. Ugh.
Nothing, I'm just watching while I wait for the kettle.
You're watching, are you? Right, so so now you've got your top bit covered and ready, and this is going to go on here. It's going on here with great difficulty. So we need to take this piece off here, this piece of tape, and glue. Make sure you get your glue right in that gap of the chipboard along that edge, because you're going to want it to stick against this edge of the chipboard. Okay, make sure you've got it the right way round, obviously, and you're going to put that against that edge there, like so, as best as you can. This is really awkward, so just try and be patient and do what you can. Okay, you put that bit of tape on there, so that'll help hold that for a second anyway, until you get your glue stuck, and you get that all in place. Like so, guys. Okay, so you have your back. That is going to want to fall over, So it's up to you if you want to put something behind it or a minute to hold it while your glue sticks, but it's not going to stay there until we've got the other pieces on, obviously. Again, the same with your front piece. Okay, so one side you're going to want to, if I keep this the same as that side where we had to cut the edge off, and then I know that side piece I've got to keep the flaps on, the side flaps there. So what we're going to do is, let's run that way, yep, that'll be the bottom. I'm going to cut that strip off there. Oh, lovely stuff, thank you very much, Chloe. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Alright, I'll take that bit off first here. Then we're going to want to stick this top down again. So, a bit tape. Across the top there. You don't have to tape this, guys, it's just personal preference. I just like it to help hold while the glue dries, obviously. Make sure again that you get the glue right in that join of the well, where the edge of the chipboard piece is. Right, so okay, and again just go from the middle, pull it over from the middle, and then work your way up to the edges. Use your bone folder to get that nice crease in there. And take off all that excess glue. Okay, so you got that nice sharp edge across the top there. You can always run across it again like that if you wish to. Okay, nice clean crisp square edge. Alright, so again we want to do the same with this piece. We're going to put this one on here. So we want I'm going to put that across there. It's the tape on my picky tool. It doesn't want to grab hold of the ends of the tape very well. Okay, and then again, getting right in those that crack there where the edge of the chipboard is. Okay, and make sure that's lined up on the edge there and on the edge there. Just try and hold that down as best as you can without it coming away from the edge too much. like that. And just lift it up and stick. Again, that is going to want to keep falling down because it's got nothing holding it in place yet. This is what I said about this becomes awkward because you're trying to stick everything together and hold everything up in the same place. So that one's going to go across there. Oh, and tell you what, guys, we're going to stop here for a minute. I'm going to go and have a break for 5 minutes. And then I'll come back with another video because this has already just gone over an hour, so I'll come back with part 2 and we'll do some more. Okay, see you soon, guys. Bye.